he says to the man, "It's not a horker. That's my wife." I love that one.
She's a space ghost. She's like a ghost in the background. That's good old Con Con. Mikey, what the fuck is up with you, man?
Man, what's going on?
You fat fuck. What the fuck were you eating? It took you forever to get online.
Well, we ate, and then I'm like, it's like 10 till 8:30. So I'm like, let me sit down and watch some YouTube. Then
So you decided to watch some YouTube.
I'm like, I'll join in like 8 minutes, and I get short attention
No,
span, I
no,
guess.
tell me.
I don't know. I'm just watching YouTube, like, oh shit.
And now it's almost 9 o'clock.
I
And
get,
I'm like,
oh,
dog, are
so oh
we
my
doing
God.
this?
The old man got to go to bed.
Thank you.
Oh,
I know you're about to go to bed soon. You're like, okay, I can
you, now
record for maybe
me,
30
it's like,
minutes.
maybe 9 o'clock. I mean, what? I mean, you got a date with your blanket?
Yes, I do, sir. In my right hand.
And your right hand?
Sometimes the left when I'm feeling frisky.
Mm,
But yeah, just the right hand, actually.
just a
Yes.
little gribby twist.
Yeah, no Diddy party, nothing like that.
Mm.
No Diddy. But yes, I got a date with that. And I can't keep
Uh-huh.
that hand waiting, sir.
Yeah. And you're a little angry.
Yeah.
Gotta flog
Well,
the
every now and then
dolphin.
we like to make, angry love. It don't have to be passionate, love. It could be angry love. It's good.
That's why your hand looks a little scuffed sometimes. Okay, I
That's
get
what, dude. But I can open pickle jars like nobody's business.
it. Like that one dude with the 1 week left arm and the huge right arm.
Yeah, it's just jacked. Like, dog, this guy here is serious business.
Uh,
Like, man, let me open that jar of marinara.
hmm
Pop it right open. No straight, no nothing. Like, man, his right arm is strong. What's been up, man? How'd your
What?
week been going?
What? No. Well, they can't see you, so
Now I can see the dog.
no, you can.
Yeah, yeah.
The audience can't. I
The
don't even know if they can hear him.
audience of maybe 3 or 4 people will not be able to hear that
Maybe
dog.
negative 3 or 4 people. Maybe that's the speck of dust on the wall might count for some kind of audience, I would think,
And
right?
dude, hey man, it's just a point in time, man. You never know, bro. It could be
Hmm.
this people might listen to this 5 years from now. And it's just an archive. It's got put in a capsule somewhere of just
Wonder
gibberish.
whatever happened to those guys.
Yeah, that there you go. You can just check out this podcast and hear,
Mm.
and then something we say might hit, and
Hmm.
then boom, it's circulating. Like, dude, we're 5 or 6 years past it, and here we are, man. Speaking of which, man, dude, you got your boy Epstein stuff keep going in the news. I guess people are demanding that they release some of those either the files or the client list, man. What's your take on this, sir?
If I mean, if you don't have anything to hide, then what's the problem? I mean, they've been talking about this for what, 2 years now, 3 years?
Man, I mean, your boy Trump, I mean, he pretty much, I guess, based a lot of his campaign promises on releasing this list.
I don't know. Maybe he's mentioned in them. I don't know. It's a speculation, and again, you can't really, speculation is one thing, proof is another thing, right? You, they just want this to go away. Maybe there's too many important people on both sides of the aisle that are worried about, getting caught up in this. And if they have, they need to be punished for it because what they've done is wrong. You don't mess with kids. You do whatever else you want. Don't mess with kids.
Have all the Diddy parties you want. It's okay.
You're a consenting adult. If you want to fuck a refrigerator, I don't care as long as I don't have to fuck the refrigerator too. That's
I
the
mean, I
way I
hope my
look at it.
food's not inside of it while you're doing it. I mean, I'll give you
I
some
have
space.
I mean, who cares? If you want to marry a TV, fine. I don't care. Do what you want. As long as it doesn't hurt somebody else, that's fine. If you're consenting adult, cool.
I
But
do
not
have
kids,
my
man.
eye on a 65-inch television, and I
Yeah, oh
would not mind marrying
yeah.
it.
Mm. And 96 inches of pure love and TV.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Dude, that with the nice sound bar. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, forget about it.
Mm.
I'm never going out
I'm gonna
again.
dip my balls on that sound bar.
Oh
Yeah.
man, dude. And then football season comes up. Oh my dude, that'd be way too much fun.
Ah, fudge. Man, these people are gonna be listening to this and like, man, these guys talk about dick and balls quite a bit.
I'll say that's really just Mikey. Dee Dee just kind of hangs out here and just antagonizes him.
No, 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 no. You're the king of penis, bro.
I'm the king. Yeah, no Diddy, brother.
No diddy.
Dude, but actually, I thought so. I know you used to do a lot of conspiracy theory. I was waiting to hear some serious conspiracy stuff with this Epstein thing going on.
I mean, again, like I said, if to me, people got something to hide, whether it be Trump himself, we don't know. Could it be a friend or, some really top people?
Well, okay, hold up. Let's start with this. Do you believe Epstein committed suicide?
Man, I don't think so, but you
Okay.
get it. How can you prove he didn't? You got two guards that kind of were supposed to be. It wasn't two guards that were supposed to be around that kind of just magically just walked off shift or won around for him. You
Yeah, I
know,
think one went to sleep or something.
yeah.
So
And you know what?
he was in that special unit because he was on suicide watch.
Right.
So they thought he was a suicide risk. And then it seems like a perfect storm of coincidences happened. So the guards weren't watching, one went to sleep. Then the cameras weren't working, so no one could record what actually happened in that cell room. And then I guess he hung himself with like his blanket or something. Yeah, I forget that part of it. But for all
Yeah. I mean,
those sequence of events to line up,
it's
that's
kind of
interesting.
it's a little interesting. And being that this person was a high profile person, wouldn't you want
Yeah.
to make sure that your staff knew, hey, this guy really needs to face justice or
Let's
he
see.
needs
Can you
his
hear
day
me
in
still?
court? Huh?
Oh, there you go. Your audio went out for a second.
Oh, maybe it's stupid Comcast. I hate
That's okay.
Comcast. That's another subject.
We can talk about that conspiracy too.
Comcast. No.
See what happened? You were getting too close to the truth,
I
and they
know.
couldn't
They
let
cut
you
him
put
out.
that on
We're
there.
gonna cut him out. No. Um. Again, you probably want. Okay, guys, no sleeping on the job today. You leave a spank bank at home. You know, keep an eye on this guy. Oh, hey, does the cameras work in here? Maybe they should
Yeah.
be. That sort of thing. Coincidence? Maybe. Maybe not coincidence. Maybe. I mean, who knows?
Man, I mean that I'm not a man who believes in coincidence, but for a series of events like that to happen, and then now you compound that with, well, hey, they're saying there is no client list. And
But they've discussed this being a client list now. Magically, there isn't one, and it's all made
yes,
up baloney. Come on.
and I'm like, wait a minute, dude. Okay, so you and I were in a band together.
Hmm.
In that band, we had a client list of the clubs we'd play. We knew where they were,
Hmm.
we knew their phone number, the people to talk to at those venues. We
Yeah.
had a list. Attorneys will have a client list. Accountants have a client list. They tell me this guy who, with prior the help of others, who's arranging these parties, doesn't have a list of content. I mean, dude, back in the day, we used to do email blast to let people know about
Well,
shows we were
yeah.
doing.
Before you had phones, you had the black book, right? Kept
Yeah,
all your
yeah.
names, all your
But you mean to tell me
contacts,
this guy
addresses.
didn't have it? He just, I guess, remembered everyone's phone number.
No,
I don't remember my phone number.
no.
He remembered
Mm-mm.
the name and numbers of all these important people and was able to contact them. I mean, unless he had some sort of photographic memory and he could just keep everything processed upstairs. But mind you, it probably wasn't him putting all this stuff together.
No.
He had handlers. I mean, especially people like this who are like these kind of high profile celebrity types. Most of these people don't even make their own cup of coffee. I doubt he's putting together he's calling all the prostitutes and the pimps and all that kind, like, dude, all the effort that makes the catering, the booking flights, all that stuff that you have to do for what he was doing, he didn't do it by himself.
No.
And anyone in any industry, if you're in oil and gas, if you're in a hospital, you have a list of preferred vendors, you have contact lists for everything. I can't believe he had no contact list.
No, I'm pretty sure there is a list. It's and
Yeah.
whether it's going to come to light now is hard to say.
Oh,
You know,
dude.
a lot of people
I
have been
think,
implicated in it. You know,
yeah.
uh, do those folks want to, that information public? No. I think I don't think people thought that they were going to have to actually produce this, and it seems that some folks, again, is it politically motivated for folks to know what folks to know, whether they're Republicans or Democrats or both, you know, to me it sounds like it doesn't matter what political affiliation they are. That there's a lot of high
Your
profile
mic cut
names,
off.
a lot of high profile people's
There
names
you
in
go.
that list.
Hey, man, you were telling too much truth, brother. They had to cut you off.
Uh,
They're like, oh,
now
he's letting secrets out.
let it out. I'm gonna have the agencies of three letters visiting my home soon.
Hey, man, they're going to have those nylon jackets, 3 letters on the back. If I don't
Mm-hmm.
see you again, I know what happened. I'm like, yeah, they got him.
You shut this down.
It's down. Sorry, they were on to too much
You could
stuff. We had
change
to
the
shut
title
it
of the show
down.
to Hello Kitty Adventure Island or something.
Let's do that. That's actually probably safer and more
Mm.
lucrative.
Mm-hmm. No.
I think if the information, even if it does even still exist, because there is the possibility that people who are higher ups or whatever have already destroyed and shredded that information.
Yeah, it's quite possible.
That's why honestly I think you'll never really hear about assassinations of like JFK or Martin Luther King. Like the people who pull those triggers are long gone. The actual shooters are
Mm-hmm.
long gone. The people who were the operatives, any paperwork that was associated with that has probably long since been thrown in a fireplace, some incinerator. It's been burned. You'll never hear the truth of those things. I believe if a list probably isn't produced by the end of the year, it's probably never going to get produced. And it's just they probably did have a list and people knew about that, but that list has been, or they'll come out with I remember I was
Redacted.
watching, yeah, it's super redacted, or the list has been lost. We do so I guess kind of the way what they said they lost JFK's brain or something like that when they were trying to do the autopsy. Yeah.
It's sitting on
So
somebody's desk in some three-letter agency's office right now. Hey,
oh
look,
yeah.
man, I got JFK's brain sitting
Oh
right
yeah,
here.
dude. And whenever you don't fill out your reports right, we just whip that brain out in a glass jar and show you like this is what happened to the last guy who did follow orders. This last guy.
This is your
I need those
brain not
TPS
following orders.
reports by
Yeah.
tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
with the cover letter on it on your TPS reports.
Want them now. Um,
So yeah,
other
I think it'll be
conspiracy.
mysteriously lost or it's just been destroyed and that's it. You'll never because the people who are on that list are probably way too powerful to ever get in. So during 2008, when you had all these companies during that economic kind of crash or recession we had, companies who they were saying they're too big to fail. I think you're going to have a lot of that with people on that list. They're like,
Yeah.
no, these companies can't survive without these CEOs, board directors, senators, congresspeople, judges, all kind of people. Yeah, I've never even heard of. Probably are
Fuck
on that
them.
list. Yeah,
They need to burn.
dude, you are not right. Yeah, I'm saying you are not wrong. You are
Yeah, I know.
100% correct. I do believe that they should, but again, I think some of these people are probably too big to fail, man, and we're never going to get to the bottom of it.
Mm. Such is it's been quite a bit of that over time. Actually, I even saw another. Oh, the Trump assassination. There supposedly is another angle of that where some folks are claiming that the whole thing was staged. That should be fun to read into.
Dude, even if it was, why would I don't care how good of a shot a person is, why would you let a person clip your ear, even
Well,
if it was
so the argument people it's not, and it's not a ketchup packet, a blood packet behind the ear.
okay.
Um, and
Well, what about didn't someone
wasn't a
actually
person.
die?
I think somebody actually died. So
Yeah.
again, it could be a stretch. It's really hard. Like, what better way, I guess, to unite a base by, concocting something. We've seen this, and there's been evidence of that over the years throughout our government's history. Um, but again, like I said, will that ever become truth? Who's to say yes or no? I guess that's the beauty of a conspiracy. It's really hard to prove sometimes, or most times, if at all. Kind of going on
So
a stretch.
I guess if it was if we had this conversation before COVID, I would say you're correct. However, post that, here we are, and a lot of those either they were dubbed conspiracy theories, had very much been, hey, yeah, this stuff is not tested. This stuff can lead to a certain group of people can lead to certain maybe heart conditions or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, no one believed that this came from a wet lab in China. This is something that has escaped from a lab. I believe that's what most people actually believe. So some of the things that were conspiracy theory are not that.
Well,
So when
I
we're
think
talking
that,
about it
but
now, it
for
actually kind
people,
of has warrant to it.
right? But I think for people were like, let's just not jump to the gun, because that led to Asian people being attacked, and they, had nothing to do with it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think for a lot of people, they're like, well, let's wait for the investigation. Let's wait for, the truth to come out. Let's wait for the fact finding. Some folks, were on the money about it, but that immediately gave rise to Asian folks being, attacked on the street just because, supposedly this thing came from China, and and yeah, it's sad. At the same time, maybe we should be messing around with stuff like that. Maybe we should just leave nature alone and stop trying to weaponize it.
Stop trying to weaponize nature. And so,
Trying to, yeah. I mean,
well,
basically, that's what you're doing.
we're still talking about conspiracy theory. There's a conspiracy theory of the stuff that's happening, the flooding that has happened in Central Texas.
The cloud seeding, yeah.
Yeah. So, man,
uh,
what is a conspiracy theory anymore?
it's becoming like common. Like, man, the conspiracy is I didn't take a poop this morning, or did I really take a shit or did I not take a shit? I don't know. It's just it used to be fun. It's not fun no more when it's common.
Oh, dude, I remember your conspiracy. You could go on for hours about your conspiracy theories when it came to like 9/11 and stuff like that. And
Yeah, yeah,
now
yeah.
that there's so much conspiracy theory, it's more out in the open now. And it's being talked about on like legitimate CNN, Fox News type outlets. It wasn't, some chat room or something that people are talking about, or some back page newspaper art editorial. It's These are things that are out in the open now, and I don't know if it's conspiracy anymore. It's kind of I was asking myself a question, and a hypothetical conversation I was having with myself, and I asked myself, do I love America? And I thought really deep, like, well, how do you love something you can't trust? And they're in that space where I don't think we trust anything our government tells us anymore. We don't trust our neighbors. We don't trust our government. We don't trust our school systems. We don't trust our churches. We don't trust our politicians. How do you love something you can't trust?
Or the question is how did we get down this road of not trusting our government? And one could argue that this actually started with the Vietnam. The Vietnam War kind of kicked off this whole thing about not trusting the government. Because if you look back prior to Vietnam, people were on board with World War II, World War One, the Korean War, and keep going back. People were like, yeah, we're behind
Uh,
us 100%.
so I'm gonna pause you real quick. So I get we so there's conspiracy theory when it comes to the stuff happening at Pearl Harbor. Did we or did we not know that the Japanese were going to attack? Because apparently there were some key battleships that mysteriously got moved before that event happened. Then you had what the Gulf of Tonkin incident,
Mm,
where apparently our submarine or whatnot or whatever a ship was bombed, but it turns out I guess it didn't really happen like that.
right.
Uh, so there, I mean, there's conspiracy going way back into the things you're talking about.
Sure, but I'm saying like, and there's a documentary, and I can't remember the name of it. It's on Netflix currently. I believe it's on Netflix. Um, and has something to do. It's a documentary about the Vietnam War, and one of the speakers in that documentary mentioned what I mentioned, that people stopped trusting the government kind of around when all that stuff came out about Vietnam. You
Okay.
know, the Gulf of Tonkin incident and all the stuff that happened during that war. So I found that interesting. But it kind of runs on track though. If you look at now, people kind of like, is Uncle Sam really telling me the truth right now? Or, am I getting bullshitted?
Well,
And
I think if we're looking at the jump off point for the mistrust alignment happening during the Vietnam era, because again, you and I weren't around for that, so this is
no.
some things we probably inherited from the generation that raised us. But
Mm-hmm.
if we're looking at the mistrust of average everyday citizens, I think a lot of that has to do also with the increasing use of technology. So people were able to see because I think at one point they tried to ban journalists from going over there and showing what was what. So it was pictures, it was video, it was all the people were seeing what was happening in Vietnam. Same thing with the current wars, the things that are like we see what's going on. And as technology has increased, we can share information not just with in communities, but we can share it globally now. So you can like, wait, these things don't make sense. They're not lining up. Whereas
Right.
opposed if you were in the World War II, you may have got some clippings or whatnot in the newspaper about what's happening or whatnot. If you saw a picture, it was soldiers posing, and those photographers were taking they weren't necessarily maybe not taking candid shots, or the candid shots probably weren't released to the public because it would hurt morale
Mm-hmm.
in the war effort. But a lot of that probably changed during the Vietnam era, and maybe that has led to some of the mistrust that we have in government.
That's bullshit. I don't trust the government. Screw 'em.
Man, dude, it's hard to trust it, man. If it's hard to trust it, how can you love it?
I mean, you can love the idea of it.
Well, I love a lot of ideas,
Well, that's what I mean.
but
Maybe people love the idea of America and not so much America itself. I mean, what is America anymore? What are we? I guess that's a question we should be asking ourselves. What are we as a country? You know, what do we do that betters ourselves in the world?
I don't know,
Um,
man. You tell me, brother.
I don't know, but something we all should be thinking about, I guess.
Well, man, the new American dream is to leave America now, man. So that is kind of crazy when you talk to people, especially younger people. That's the dream. Hey, man, I want to go work overseas. I want to be a passport bro, or I want to do all kinds of other things. And it's that duality is kind of weird that we have people here who were born here, itching to leave, and you got people who came here, granted they came here illegally, and who want to stay, but they're getting kicked out.
I guess to that for me, it's like we all break laws every day. What's the
Okay,
difference of
before you put
us?
this out there, but not me. I don't break laws. Before you
We
put me
all
on
break
blast,
laws.
I'm not sitting in the jail cell
I,
next to you.
I mean, I am not talking about serious crimes.
Mhm.
You know, I run a red light. I've pressed that gas pedal right at the yellow, and I've hit the line right when it turned red. Should I have
Mhm.
slowed down prior to that? Probably, but did I technically run the red light? Yeah.
Well,
Do I
quick question
speed?
for you then.
Sure.
What are the rules over there? So you lived here in Texas,
Hmm.
Houston specifically. The rule here is if it's yellow, you speed up. I know that's
It's
not the same everywhere. What is it in
it's the
Chicago?
same everywhere. People drive like assholes everywhere. I could tell you, living here, this driving is the same as in Houston and San Antonio, Austin. It's the same. Everyone's gonna say it different. No, that's not true. I'm telling you right now, it's true. People drive like assholes everywhere. So if you're coming up an intersection, it's yellow, that means you better floor that shit before it turns red and cross that intersection, you know? So yeah, no, it's the same. In fact, they have red light cameras here. I know they had them in Houston for a while, and then they found, that it was ruled illegal
Yeah.
because it wasn't voted on or something. There's some red light cameras here, and in fact, there's some for you can't turn on red on certain streets here.
Oh, okay.
You gotta wait for the green. Like the street that I live on, one of the main intersections, no turn on red between 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. But there's a lot of pedestrians here, right?
Mhm.
If you come here, when you do come visit, I'm telling you, it's a whole different monster about pedestrian traffic here. Like there's actual sidewalks and crosswalks and things like that, bike lanes
Wow.
and
Okay.
stuff like that. So um a lot of stop signs, a lot of traffic lights. For me, like I try to avoid driving as much as I can because there if it'll take you 20 minutes sometimes just to go like, I don't know, 7 miles, 6 miles. Or
Oh,
in Houston, you can do that in what, 5, depending on the area.
hey, bro.
But there's a lot of stop signs. Also, I've noticed there's a lot of unprotected turns here. You know what I mean by an unprotected turn, right?
I don't think so.
So you know how in Houston, every turning lane has its own signal, right? Or most
Okay.
places, most busy intersections. Here, it'd be the busiest intersection in the world, and it doesn't have a protected turn. So you got cars that need to turn in a turning lane, and one each will approach the intersection and turn once. So one car per light. Uh,
Wow. So if someone's trying to turn left in
they have to
Houston, they
wait
have
for the
like that
traffic.
designated left
Yes,
light.
yeah, and they
Gotcha.
do have them here, but it's not as frequent. And I don't know. I've not figured that one out yet, and maybe it has something to do with the flow of traffic, or maybe they're just too cheap to fix it. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh man. Okay. Well, when I come hang out with you, man, I'm not planning on doing a lot of driving. So I'm going
No,
to be
I
a
don't either.
passenger.
To me, it's been fun jumping on a train and just looking out the window and watching everything go by, or bicycling, man. I love getting on my bike and getting on that bike lane and riding my bike just
Yeah.
anywhere, man. Me and Connie have done it several times where we've made a day of a bike trip, you know, uh, different neighborhoods. Maybe we stop for a coffee or something and just keep riding. It's been pretty fun.
Man. See, what I need you to do is get a motorcycle.
I told Connie we should sell the car and get mopeds, and we should start our own moped cycle gang. We call
Okay, you
ourselves the
can dress like
Mojos.
mods also.
Yeah, well, they just call ourselves the Mojos, the moped jockeys. But I think she said that was already taken by some motorcycle gang, so we can't do that. I'm like, man,
Well, guys on mopeds are tough, man. So I think you can wrestle that name from that motorcycle club.
really put
They won't mess
flames
with you
on it.
guys, man. Thank you. You could
Got
have
that
like real,
lawnmower engine with flames on the side, right?
well, you can, have flannel smoking jackets, real nice thin tie, a kind of fedora-ish hat.
No, I was thinking more
Yeah,
like
man, you can
dressing
just be
more like a
mods.
Vin Diesel. Can you imagine Vin Diesel on a moped?
I no, I can't.
That'd be kind of funny.
I know he hangs out a lot overseas. I think he's either in Spain or Italy a lot. So I can probably tell you if he's in Italy, he's jumped on a Vespa once or twice
Mhm.
and
So
scooted around where he's got to go. Probably Spain as well.
we're all about family.
Yeah. So yeah, overseas
Family.
they got a lot more mopeds
Yeah.
than they do actual motorcycles. But if he's doing another Fast and Furious movie, he's gonna be on the motorcycle as opposed to the moped.
A NOS injected moped.
That would be an excellent spin-off from the Fast and Furious.
We'll throw this spoon engine on this moped
Yeah,
and see what it does.
they're racing their mopeds. I think one took it up almost 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
These are dangerous speeds.
Speed records. Yeah. Look at the ribs on that moped.
There
Little spinners on them.
you go.
Oh shit.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, and this is amazing. I can't believe this movie hasn't been made yet.
I'm pretty sure some producers spun that around their head.
Yeah, some probably cocaine fueled, free forming thoughts out there, sure.
Just
And it
they just
never got past the board meeting.
oh they reaching that pot of spaghetti noodles and throwing it at the wall,
I
throw
get
them
it.
at the wall and see what sticks, right?
But
Didn't they
that
say here
homeless
a while
guy,
back? Huh?
the homeless guy on the corner, that was that producer who pitched that idea in the boardroom and was subsequently fired. We are not doing a moped version of Fast and Furious.
Hmm.
And now he's out there begging for change. And you drive by on your bike, dreaming of your moped. Little did you
Hmm.
know that the guy who actually had that thought
That's
is
my idea. You stole it. I'm suing you. No. Hasn't there been somebody that once said that Hollywood's run out of movie ideas? I guess so, right? Remember
I
that a
have
few
no
years
clue,
ago?
brother. What's up?
I don't know. Yeah, a few years back, someone mentioned saying something about that all the good ideas for movies in Hollywood have already been taken and used.
Man, they still every now and then you have some bangers that come out. I'd
Yeah.
say we are in that space where so I think you and I joked last time about how we like what is those AI generated Bigfoot Yeti
Yeah.
commercials. So those
All
are
right,
really
boys.
fascinating. Yeah, all right,
Yeah.
but yeah, me and Yeti out here
And me and
get
Yeti
lit.
out here. We're about to try
Yeah,
these
we got the
Takis.
sugar booger or booger sugar,
Book
and we
your
got
sugar. Yeah. I'm like, man, I haven't heard that in forever.
oh my dude. I actually had to ask some younger people. This is so embarrassing. I had no idea what Zins and honey packs were.
I don't, you
So
get to tell me what
Zins,
those are.
so a Zin, okay, this is I what I remember with the conversation because I was like, what the hell is a Zin? Zins are like tobacco pouches that you put in your mouth.
Oh,
Almost like
yeah.
dip
Okay.
or chewing tobacco, but it's in a
Yeah.
pouch.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's really strong. And then, like a honey pack is basically like rhino pills that you get from a gas station. That
Oh, okay.
give you those rock hard erections and stuff. I had no idea what this shit was. I was like, what the hell is that? Okay,
Yeah.
because they keep talking about Zins and like honey packs and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, what is this?
They've had those tobacco pouches. I mean, it's not Copenhagen. I forgot what they were called back then, though.
Yeah,
They've been around
they
for a
had them,
while.
but yeah, apparently Zins are the newest version of that. And
Oh,
again, I could be completely wrong. Someone probably in the chat is going or in the comments is going to say, no, that's not what it is. It's legal, whatever it is. You can
right.
go get it anywhere, but
Yeah,
apparently
yeah.
it's something, yeah. And because I had no, but I brought that up to say those are really original ideas. And I think we are at that point now where you have just regular people who who are creating such great things now because so music is like that as well. Like the technology is changed so much to where you can make bands, you can produce a rock song or whatnot, and you can make it in a studio in your house. Whereas opposed when we did an EP, we went to an actual studio, recorded, they had mic'd everything. Now you can go directly into your laptop and you can dial up whatever amp you want
Hmm.
on the laptop or computer, and it sounds, I mean, to the untrained ear, sounds just like it.
Just like it. Yeah. I mean, that's the studio. I remember that. Yeah. That's where we learned
Yeah,
about Halo and
yeah,
hookah.
yeah. And hookah, that's right. Yeah, dude. So
Uh,
the days of you spending, Jesus, I think I spent maybe $700 on my Marshall stack. Uh, I know you can just plug in now to any whatever audio pro tools, whatever they have that you're
Hmm.
recording, plug directly in and then go from there. And you're actually laying the tracks now on your laptop.
Yeah.
Same thing with bass and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah. No, I'd still buy my stack.
Oh yeah,
I, s-
well,
I,
yeah,
I'd
me
still
too.
have a stack.
Yeah.
I mean, would it be fun to do it on a computer and things? Yeah, sure. But I think I like the original equipment, versus, all this digital stuff. But,
Yeah.
but then again, people call me a cranky old man that doesn't know what he's talking about.
They're
Speaking of
not
music,
wrong. What's
no,
up?
well, speaking of music,
Okay.
it was me and Connie were talking about this the other day, and I like the Foo Fighters. I've liked my favorite albums were the very first two albums, but to me nowadays they're kind of like they remind me of Nickelback, just throwing out albums left and right, and they're all starting to sound the same. So I guess the question is are the Foo Fighters the new Nickelback?
S- Well, a couple thoughts I have on that. One, I think people like the idea of the Foo Fighters more than they actually like a lot of their songs. Meaning they like the first couple albums, it was like kind of post grunge-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Most people, they may have one or two songs that people might catch in like the last 10 plus years, but most people are singing the older stuff. So, like, I like the idea of Dave Grohl, kind of that kind of rugged musician who's still kind of doing certain things. And have I listened to a Foo Fighters album that didn't come from the 90s? No, I haven't listened to any of their newer stuff.
Yeah,
I, now,
it's
I'm sure they're great musicians. They put on a hell of a
no,
show.
they do. Yeah, I'm not gonna, they put on a good show, but man,
Yeah, yeah.
didn't
They're
all
really
their
great as a
albums up
band.
until their first two ones, they all sound the same to me.
So, but with
Excuse
that,
me.
and the band that you and I both love is Led Zeppelin.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back and I was having a conversation with someone about this maybe a couple months back, and if you go back and listen to their albums, and the guy I was talking to made an interesting point. He said they really put out those first 4 or 5 albums they did, Zeppelin 1 through 4, and then you had House of the Holy. They had some other stuff afterwards, I think Into the Outdoor and what graffiti something. But
Mm-hmm.
if you look at those first 5 albums, they pretty much did the same album 5 times, but they got better as musicians doing it.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of distinction between Zeppelin 1, Zeppelin 2, and Zeppelin 3. It's pretty much the same album.
Yeah.
So if we love those bands, that band specifically, and they just put out the same thing, but they got better at it, I can't really get mad at Foo Fighters for doing the exact same thing.
I don't know. I still think the first two albums are the best ones. The rest of them, okay.
I mean, but to an average listener of the Foo Fighters, they know their singles. They probably didn't actually own an album. So many people who were born late millennial type, maybe they were born in the 90s and kind of grew up with hearing about the Foo Fighters. Uh they again like the idea. So when you see a young person who wears a Ramones shirt, odds are that person has never actually owned a Ramones album, but they like the idea of the Ramones, that punk rock rebellion. They can maybe name 4 or 5 songs, Sedated, yeah, they know the pop stuff, Rockaway Beach, stuff like that. But any of the deep cuts, but same thing with Bob Marley. People who say they love Bob Marley, they're really talking about they love the Exodus album. That's
Yeah.
it. They know the hits off that album, or they'll know Bob Marley's greatest hits. They don't know any of the deep cuts that are on any of the albums that he had.
Well, it's like my daughter wearing a Nirvana shirt, which, I
Oh yeah.
mean, tell me what song is your favorite song. She said, "Smells Like Teen Spirit." I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Okay, you know your stuff.
You know what stuff?
Huh?
That's their most. That's like saying I love Stone Temple Pilots and I love that
Well,
song
I mean,
Plush.
she's 16. I mean, she's not gonna, I
And
don't
I'm gonna
expect
say
her to
no.
know.
Oh no, I
I'm
expect you to know. If you so
you,
okay, when you and I were growing up, you would be called poser if you were rocking a band and knew nothing about the band.
people do that all
I
the
know if
time.
you're wearing a Run DMC
Maybe
shirt.
they like their logo. I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've done the same thing as a teenager.
Nah, dude.
You know,
If you're wearing a Run DMC, I was wearing a Beastie Boys shirt today. Yeah, I'm expecting to know something about the Beastie Boys. Yeah,
maybe you
and
like that
you can't
design.
just do
Yeah,
No
I am a
Sleep Till
Beastie
Brooklyn. You got
Boy.
to have some good
Yeah.
stuff.
Uh,
Yeah, I need some deep cuts from Beastie Boys if you're gonna rock their shirt. Actually,
deep
probably my favorite shirt
cuts.
to wear, actually. Yeah. Or I wear a Fishbone shirt. Like, yeah,
Uh,
dude, but I like
Man, I haven't
Fishbone. I
listened to a
like their stuff.
Fishbone album in forever.
Oh, dude.
I think
So I
the last time I listened to Fishbone, we were at Gary's house, just hanging out. And this was probably like 20 something odd years ago. We were hanging out at his house, and it was somewhere near the Montrose area. Remember, he had that one place. I can't remember where specifically it was. We were just hanging around the house, and I remember him playing some Fishbone.
dude, I don't know if I showed you this. I'm gonna show it to you in the screen, and you'll be able to see it. So, well, actually, no, I'm just gonna hold up. Let me just take a couple screenshots and I will send this to you.
Okay.
I'll email it to you. So Angelo Moore of Fishbone came to the Continental Club. I want to say it was in March because I actually posted on my Instagram.
Okay.
Dude, I got to take a picture with him. It was maybe 30 people in the whole spot. Yeah, so I just sent it to you. But yeah, I got to actually hang out with Bailey, the lead singer
Oh,
of
cool.
of Fishbone. And he played on like a
Bonefish.
Tuesday. It was during rodeo season, so everybody was at the rodeo anyway. If he came again in October, it'd probably be a much better crowd. But they booked him smack in the middle of rodeo season,
Oh
and I
yeah.
got two of his albums because he has side music also he does. Because I think the band like broke up. I want to say in 2017, something like that. Most of the original members are pretty much gone. But yeah, dude, it was a really good show. He
Yeah.
still kind of has that fishbone-ish sound, and
Yeah.
yeah, dude, he was a cool cat, man. So I was like right next to him.
Nice. I can't uh who'd I meet famous from a
So
band
if you see me rocking a Fishbone shirt, I have a story about
for that?
Fishbone. I know their music. I'm not
Uh,
just gonna wear a t-shirt. Again, dude, you and I grew up. That was called being poser. You can't just rock something and you don't. So my dad, you know my old man. My dad's Rastafarian, has
Second
long
dad.
locks. Yeah, yeah, long locks.
Yeah.
Uh, his hair is not just a lifestyle; it's his religion. You know what I mean? But you do
Yeah.
see people rocking some locks who are just 100%. This is just fashion for them. This is not who these people are.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I mean, this cat's gonna get a haircut and join the establishment tomorrow.
Who did I me, Connie, Ralph, and Monica, we went to a Smashing Pumpkins show probably in like 2014.
Yeah,
And I
dude, he
believe,
loves that band.
yeah, well,
That is
we
his
got to
band.
talk to Billy Corgan out there for a little bit, and there was,
Well, man, isn't he?
maybe
He lives in Chicago, right?
I don't know if he lives in Chicago.
That's where Pumpkins are from.
Well,
They're
this
from
is when we were
Chicago.
in Houston still.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But now that you
Yeah.
live in Chicago, dog, you can just.
Jump his fence and say, "Hey, Billy!" I'm gonna knock on his front door.
Last I heard, he still plays at like local clubs around Chicago
Might have to check that
when he's
out.
not on tour and all that kind of stuff.
No. Oh, he was pretty cool. He answered a few people's questions, and then some asshole asked him why he didn't play stuff from the 90s, and he turned around and said, "All right, that's it. I'm done." Of course, the guy that was asked that question was drunk off his ass. "Ah, why didn't you play Cherub Rock album. And he's like,
So he
okay.
didn't play any of the music from Siamese Dream?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I,
dude, that would piss me off.
I mean, this, I guess, after doing them same songs over and over again, you probably get tired of it. And so maybe
Dude,
for that specific, I can't say he didn't because I don't remember. Maybe
dude,
he
you're
did,
playing.
but
That was to me, that was their best album. But
yeah,
if here's what I respect about this band. It doesn't matter where they play. If you hear Metallica, they're gonna play Inner Sandman.
yeah, that's their
Now,
staple.
they have played that song, what? Let's just estimate 5,000 times,
Probably more than that.
probably more. And they still
Probably
play
more.
it. And
I
they
don't know.
play it, and the reason they said is they play it because there may be someone in that audience who this is their first time hearing that song live
Yeah,
from the actual band
yeah.
who did it.
I think the show we saw, they were promoting the newer album more than anything
The
else.
newer
So
stuff
that,
sucks.
yeah, I would have to agree with that. Yeah,
Yeah, no one cares about the new stuff, man. Dude,
no,
Poison is on tour right now. Poison's not playing the new stuff.
no, they're playing the
Poison,
old
Motley
stuff. Yeah,
Crue, they're playing the stuff from the 80s.
yeah.
Play the
They're gonna play what
hits.
people know. Yeah,
Thank you. Like, what are you doing? Play the new stuff. I don't care. What are you playing?
I don't
I don't
know.
care. I don't care. What do I care about a 60-year-old musician? What are you doing? But here's the, if you're gonna play
Um,
new stuff, then just break up the band and go your
yeah,
separate ways and go play new stuff.
yeah. Solo.
Yeah, don't get the
Do
band
your own
back
thing.
together. And if they want to play some new stuff, why? I heard you when I was in high school. I want that experience again. I want to hear, I want to hear Billy Corrigan say the world is a vampire.
Well,
You're gonna play that song.
when I first moved to Texas, and I was so mad about, I'm still mad about this to this day. When I came here, I had like two big, thick album uh, cases full of CDs from different bands I had collected while I was in the army. I probably had like 125 different CDs.
Yeah, you told
And
me about that. You said it was like what Backstreet Boys,
oh
NSYNC,
my
Boys to
God, no,
Men. Good for, dude. I love that. I love that about Britney
you
Spears.
bunny. Go fuck yourself properly and beat your ass with an axe handle. No, to this day, I can't remember all what CDs and from bands that I had. Occasionally, I'll come
98
across.
degree,
I
baby,
don't,
bye, bye, bye.
I'm going to end this call. Click. Uh, no,
I don't
but
pull up in that
occasionally
bad boy.
I'll hear something on, YouTube music or whatnot, and I'm like, I remember that band. I've been missing this album. Let me add this to my collection. So that's been happening quite a
Okay.
bit lately over the last few years. Like, I think I told you the last time about. Did you watch that documentary I told you about for that band called Failure?
Your mic cut out. Say it again.
Did you listen
Oh, I looked
to?
for it, but it's on Netflix. I don't have Netflix.
No, it's on. Oh, you don't have Netflix. Was it on Hulu or Netflix?
I looked on Hulu. I didn't find it.
You didn't find it. Maybe it was on Netflix. Man, all right. Well,
That's cool.
maybe
I
I can
mean, if
share
I
you
get
my login
Netflix,
info.
I'll get it eventually. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, to your point, like the music you're talking about, like if I saw some of these groups, like I love music, so you're trying to build your catalog. Actually, I just had a couple albums that came in today, so I have vinyl. So this a band Alabama Shakes.
Alabama
I bought both.
Shakes.
Yeah, the Boys and Girls and the Sound and Color albums. So I bought those, and those came in today. So I'm gonna do some deep dive and some listening. So I'm serious. So you talk to me about music and movies. I'm a hardcore nerd for that stuff. I can
Yeah.
talk music all day.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
but when I'm witnessing these bands and stuff, if they're bands really I grew up with, I get that they want to grow as musicians. However, if that's the case, then just dissolve the band and go different ways, and then you can grow as a musician.
I mean, well, I
Dude,
guess
if
a
you're going
prime
to see Rolling
example,
Stones, you're not going to go see any new stuff. They're playing Brown Sugar, they're playing Start Me Up, they're playing their hits. They're
right?
not playing anything off a new album. Mick Jagger's damn near 90, but he can still wiggle on stage and do his thing. They're not going to make a new album. They're touring on the old stuff because
Well,
that's what he want to hear.
what about the Deftones? They've had several albums over the years. In fact, they got a new one coming out in August. My brother actually called me today
Okay.
and it's like, "Hey man, have you heard the new track from the Deftones? They got a new album coming out in August." No, I haven't. And he told me the title and can't remember the name of it right this second. It'll come to me in a little bit.
I got
But
you.
I saved
'Cause
it to listen to it later.
I'd say bands like Deftones, Tool, Perfect Circle, stuff like that. Those are bands that people know of, but I would say they didn't get they like Deftones never got the mainstream success of like a Limp Bizkit, where Limp Bizkit had a several hit songs that were played constantly on the radio. Deftones had that song Change that I still hear, and it's a great song. The White Pony album I thought was a fantastic album,
Yeah.
but most people when they think Deftones, they're thinking maybe one or two songs. Same thing with like 311. 311 has one or two songs that people kind of know, but most people don't have a 311 catalog.
I have a few more than two 311 songs. And
I
definitely
just, dude,
more than two on
but I like the
Deftones.
band, so I know more
Yeah,
than two
yeah.
or three songs. I actually like their
Yeah.
stuff.
But yeah, no,
Uh,
I get what you're saying.
yeah, so but when you have that kind of success that is in the zeitgeist of it, that's part of a generation. Like if a generation has a yearbook and that their songs are played, I'll give you a good example. Green Day still puts out albums, and they actually still have hit songs that come out, but
Yeah.
they still play stuff off the Dookie album.
That's their bread and butter.
Yeah, like dude, they're still playing that stuff. Those stuff that
Yeah.
early 90s, they've been around for well over what almost 40 years, 35 years at least.
Crazy. It's crazy to think that, man.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, but some people, I guess it's weird that you can respect. So I remember back in the day when Radiohead, when they would play live, they never played that song "Creep." They
Yeah.
just recently started playing it every now and then. But
Yeah.
that was their huge. But they didn't play it because they didn't want that song to define who they were.
Right. And they completely changed their sound too over the
Yeah,
years as well. They went from rock to some, I don't know, new age
yeah, it's
stuff.
kind of trip hopish, down tempo
Yeah.
type. The stuff
Yeah.
on Pablo Honey was or OK Computer was kind of in that space.
Right.
So, dude, I get that. But if
Upside
hey man,
down house.
if you were big in the 90s and you refuse to play the stuff from the 90s, we're gonna have a problem.
You're
I
gonna
want
have
to
a
fucking beef
problem,
on.
sir.
We're gonna have some serious fucking issues. You got some smoke. We got
Mm.
beef. I will go backstage to say, dog, you owe me three more songs.
You owe me three more songs.
You owe
I'm
me three
kicking
more
your
songs playing.
ass.
Thank you. I have a microphone right here for you. Go ahead and play
Yeah.
that song tonight. Go ahead and play that tonight real quick.
Play it now.
Play it right now.
Right now.
I want to hear what you're rocking with. I got acoustic guitar. Just play acoustic. That's cool. I need the whole band. No, you gonna play the hit songs.
And
I did not
so
pay
we're,
$100+ to hear stuff from an album I ain't gonna buy.
I don't know. Eddie me and bass and asked me to play anything that we played back in the day. I couldn't tell you how we played it. I couldn't even play it for you. I
Well, we
hear it.
never had any hit songs.
No, but I mean our own songs. I mean, we
Yeah,
mentioned we
yeah.
talked this before. Do you remember the so and so song? Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you remember how to play it? No.
Oh.
No.
If I fiddled around enough, I would. I'd have to rededicate a lot of time to playing guitar.
Yeah.
So I told you I bought for my daughter's birthday uh was it Rocksteady? It's a game you can actually plug up real guitars and stuff to. So that came in, and I was gonna test that out this weekend. because I want to make sure it works. And I worked out all the bugs and stuff like that. But yeah, I think I definitely want to start getting back in because my guitars right now are just really just decoration. They're
Yeah,
hanging up on the
yeah.
walls, they're around the house. I'm in arm's length of five guitars right now. Well, not arm's length, but they're in living room. Two of my
Yeah.
electrics are on the wall next to the TV, two acoustics
Mm-mm.
by the couch, and I haven't picked them up in months.
I haven't picked up. Well, I mean, I bought a bass for my daughter here for Christmas, so I played around with it a little bit. I'm like, okay, I remember this and this, but kind of have to start from scratch. So I don't know. Off and on, I've been thinking about it. Maybe I should go get the pawn shop special and fix it up. I'm just worried about buying one where the neck is really bent and it's going to need straightening. At
Well,
that point,
yeah, I mean, you can do that, and you can buy that attachment that I got for Rocksteady. That it's what, a quarter-inch jack with a USB cable,
hmm.
and goes right into your laptop, and you can just basically just dial up whatever amp you want.
Or my wife, her job pays for things like kind of like there's a Fender music thing. There were several different music apps mentioned there, and I can't remember. One of them was like a guitar thing, and I can't remember the name of it, but Fender was one
Okay.
where they will pay for the subscription, and she gets an allotted amount each year for that kind of stuff. And I was like, ooh, I know what you're gonna get me. So we'll see. You know, you get, practice amp. Kind of want to get I kind of want a half stack, eventually at some point, so I can actually have the real thing. Because it might be a little fun to start playing again with a group of people. We'll see. Um, yeah, it's been a long time. Plus, I think us five when we were together, being around each other, we kind of figured each other out, and it takes time.
Mhm.
To be able to read what that other person's doing and make music with them. And
Yeah, man. I think from my perspective, the thing I loved and probably would miss the most is the same thing I had when I was playing, football and stuff, was really the camaraderie, hang out with the
yeah,
guys. That I don't, dude, I do not miss lugging amplifiers and guitars and amps up 2 to 3 flights of stairs to our practice room at 3 o'clock in the morning. I do not miss that. I do not miss the back and
no.
forth. I do not miss hopping in a van and driving to the gig with four other sweaty guys arguing about whose socks are these or
I mean, but how many new people did we meet just by driving that white panel van?
dude, you met your wife.
Tons. I met my wife driving the Chester Molester van. I mean,
Yeah. And so, dude, I give you all the credit for that, which is great. But
it was,
do I,
hey, it did the job, right? We
it
got
did.
around.
But if you're asking me if I miss lugging heavy guitar equipment and amps and drums and cymbals and all that stuff back and forth, no, sir, I do not. I will gladly let you have that.
You can have it.
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I've aged out. I'm sorry. Then lugging our stuff in, getting to a venue super duper early because everyone has to load their equipment in. And as soon as that one band's off, then you rush to the stage and put your stuff on there. And oh my God. And just for that 40, 45 minutes of freedom where you're on stage and you can do anything you want. And, up and down night, sometimes you have a night of 200 plus people. Some nights it's just you, the bartender, and the bouncers,
Yeah,
and the
pretty
sound
much.
guy.
Yeah, I mean, lugging all that equipment around made breakfast taste so much better, though. Remember all the times we used
Oh,
to go
oh,
stop for
dude.
breakfast at
Oh,
3 o'clock
yeah.
in the morning, Waffle House or
Yeah.
Denny's,
Waffle House,
Bibas,
Denny's, Whataburger, Beep. Oh, my God.
Bibas.
Beepus a
Yeah,
lot.
a lot of Bibas.
Yeah. Going to this, that 24-hour Greek restaurant to
Oh man,
get what was it? We'd get what's that? It's not it's a pizza, but it's enclosed. What's it called? It's not a
Calzone.
euro. Calzone. Calzone. That's
Yeah,
what we get.
yeah, calzone, or I get the
Yeah.
gyro or
Yeah.
the
Yeah. You'd get the euros. I'd get the calzones. I
yeah.
get the
Well,
veggie
they
or
had
the
good
cheese
pizza there
calzone.
too. The
Yeah,
pizza
they
was
did.
pretty
It wasn't
good.
bad. Yeah. Nah, dude. I'm good,
Or
sir. I can't do
the
it anymore.
the Greek fare, the pasticcio, that was really good.
Well, you
Great
guys
meat, the
have one
stuffed
of
great
those up in
beef.
Chicago, right? You probably have a big Greek fair up there, a Greek
But yeah,
festival.
Greek town. I actually rode through Greek town the other day, and there's tons of Greek restaurants around.
Okay.
So yeah, there's like 77 different neighborhoods to Chicago. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
I don't know. Some of you might not want to visit,
Okay.
but for the most part, they're pretty fun.
Okay. So I'm all right. Since I know I'm coming during Halloween, I've actually been thinking about my Halloween outfit. I'm like,
You wear a costume year round. You don't need one, brother.
I do, but I want to make it special for you. So
No, man. Yeah, no, I don't want. Don't make it special for me.
what makes I'm like, dude, it'd be so cool to go to a party
Ugh.
as a giant bottle of baby oil.
Oh man,
Hey, I'm fresh from a no diddy party.
fresh from a no diddy party.
No diddy, baby. That's why there's no oil in this one. That'd be so much fun. So I'm like been looking at like, okay, what can I do for Halloween that might be topical as well as people will get it? Because I was actually looking at like, okay, I would love to do like a Battlestar Galactica, come in like one of those jumpsuits. But I'm like, dude, that's such a neat show. People probably didn't even want to understand what outfit I'd have to explain that outfit all night. Like, what's
Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica? And I'm like, I
What the
want to
hell
slap
was
you.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm gonna slap the taste out your mouth. So I'm like, okay, but I'm like, well, what?
Starbucks who? Coffee?
Yeah, like
You
Starbucks.
want
No,
some
I'm Apollo.
Starbucks?
I'm
No.
a, so I'm like, no, I got to go with something that's actually kind of funny. And I don't do a good Trump impersonation. Do a Trump outfit.
Yeah, that would be kind of weird.
Yeah, be funny. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I
Uh,
got to do something in that vein. We got to
yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh,
We got time.
yeah. She's got plenty of time. Maybe you'll change your mind.
Maybe, man. And so I know you got people coming in these next few days, right?
Yeah, we got a friend of ours and her daughter coming by tomorrow, and they're here till Friday.
Okay,
So
cool, man.
uh we'll see about what they want to do while they're here. Um
No, yeah, man. You got a full week of fun and stuff. So, dude, we can just cut it here, man. Let you do your thing. I ain't gonna hold you, brother. I know you got stuff you got to do. And my right
uh
hand is waiting for me also. So I don't want to keep that.
the real thing that's waiting for me is filling out more job applications.
Oh boy.
Oh
Fun,
man.
fun, fun.
Yeah, I got another rejection letter the other day. I'm like, man, what am I doing wrong? And maybe I need to rework my
Nothing. It's
resume.
just 1,000 plus other people have probably applied for that same job.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know
And
what?
they're only looking for one. Per
I'm just looking for the one that fits because
yeah,
I'm tired of working at jobs that just like lead to nowhere and you got to start over again. It's so
yeah.
annoying.
So I did most of my career in social services. Say they're looking for a case manager for any service, nonprofit, government, or what have you. Usually
Yeah,
they're looking for more than just one. They're looking for like four or five, or sometimes if they have like a new grant that came in, say they
yeah,
have a homeless grant and they want to get some homeless off the street, they're looking for like 20 to 30 case managers. So your odds are better, but in IT, if there's an opening in the IT department, they're just looking for that one person. Or if
yeah,
they're looking for a person to handle their social media, they're going to get 1,000 applicants for that one job.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's really hard standing out amongst the crowd, man. You got to get
Yeah.
creative and but I've always been kind of lucky to land something that I really like in the beginning. So We'll see. I'm not worried about it too much.
Yeah, you be
Something
okay.
come around.
You got a sugar mama, so don't worry about that.
I don't have a sugar mama.
Yeah.
No,
Yo,
I wouldn't
sugar
say all
mama.
that.
So don't worry about that, man. You all right.
Yeah. She
Speaking of
talking about
which, man,
putting me out in the
it's late at
street.
night. Your sugar mama needs some sugar. You gotta go pay, baby. That food you eating ain't
She's
free.
probably snoring right now.
Oh no, no, no. She's waiting for you, baby. She said, no, no, no. That the AC, that cold air you feel in the back of your neck when the fans blow into that ain't free. You gotta come earn
No,
that.
that's too cold. I love the fan. We have the AC going, and I got that fan on full blast. I just love the
That's
feeling of that
and
cool
she's like,
air.
go ahead, put it on full blast. You're gonna pay for that. Don't worry. As to
You
say,
be
your
put
jaw gonna be
she,
sore for the next few days.
yeah, I know. She would putting me on the corner.
There you go, man. Don't worry.
Hmm
If you're gonna have a sugar baby, you gotta get some sugar.
Go put some sugar on that
You
ass.
gotta go get some sugar. Thank you. You can't just spend the money. I need some
What's
sugar.
that white stuff all over your ass? It's powdered sugar, baby.
Powdered sugar. That's how. Don't even ask. Just know we happily married. We happy. Don't worry
Yeah.
about what we doing over here. We two grown adults having
Don't
fun.
you worry. Not
Thank
one
you.
bit.
That's right. We two consenting adults. And oh, I know what the ladies like.
I know. Oh, was that
A nice
Sergeant
Halo
Johnson from
reference.
Halo? Oh, I know what the
What
ladies
the ladies
like.
like. There you go. It's all over, baby. Oh man.
Hmm.
Those old school Halo reference.
Oh yeah, gotta love Halo.
Yeah, man. Right, man. Let's end this now, man. I ain't gonna hold you. You gotta go do your thing. I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording, man. Say goodnight. Time to say goodnight, Dick.
Good night, asshole.
Good night, bro. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you later.